Welcome to Social Classes. Today we are discussing the most important questions for the paper English Compulsory for BA second semester. On this channel, you will find most important questions and the syllabus for all the other subjects and for all the other semesters. So do subscribe. Time for this is 3 hours and the theory paper consists of 45 marks. Section A. Explain with reference to the context, one each from poetry and prose. Sophocles long ago heard it on the Aegean and it brought of human misery. No mockeries now for them, no prayers, no bells, and bangles calling for them from sad shires. Add as social psychology workers, advertisements were normal in every way. Was he free? Was he happy? The question is absurd. We should certainly have heard. What candles may be held to speed them all, not in the hands of boys, but in their eyes, shall shine the holy glimmers of goodbyes. The sea is calm tonight, the tide is full, the moon lies fair upon the straits, on the French coast the light gleams and is gone. He was married and added 5 children to the population. Had anything been wrong, we should certainly have heard. The price seemed reasonable, location, but self-confession. But self-confession, madam, I want. Pressurized good breeding. The sea of faith was once, and naked shingles of the world. You won't remember me or my name. You have failed so many of us. You fail us right out in the fields and factories, and then you forget us. Man has, through the ages, sought in vain for it is the commonest of all liquids, plain water. Try registering an offence with the police, and you will discover the investigation and charge the offenders. While giving a test, you used to walk up. No books, no telephone. Even if we have been choosing rulers who have brought, and then who will judge their decisions? As she showed with the real feeling, I got back into the world trained in a useful craft. But I can read the sounds of my valley for my around, and their relatives and personal ties. Predictably, Indian politicians are jittery over a new judicial thrust. Civic officials seldom care to respond. These tanks play a vital role in South Indian agriculture. In Mysore, for example, much of the rice is grown under them. Some of these tanks surprisingly large, and it is a beautiful sight to see the sun rise or set over one. Try registering an offence with the police and you will discover how much a mere duty officer at the police station can do to reduce justice to an illusion. The CBI buried many cases for years despite its obligation under the law to complete the investigation and charge the offenders. Second question. Answer any two of the following questions in 50 to 60 words each. Who die as cattle in the poem Anthem for Doomed Youth? What is the poem Telephone Conversation about? Why does the speaker in telephone conversation ask the lady to see his palm and soul? What does the scene at Dover Beach look like? Who is unknown citizen of poem's title? Discuss central idea of Wilfred Owen's poem Anthem for Doomed Youth. Why does the poet refer to Sophocles and the Aegean Sea, Dover Beach? Comment on Soenka's use of satire in the poem Telephone Conversation. Explain why the unknown citizen remains unnamed in the poem. What is the poet's main concern in the poem Dover Beach? What, according to the poem Dover Beach, what is the state of faith at one time? What does the scene at Dover Beach look like? How does the speaker express his resentment at landlady's questions in telephone conversation? What is an anthem? Is the word suitable for the poem Anthem for Doomed Youth? Who is the unknown citizen of the poem's title? What do expressions such as lipstick coated, long gold rolled cigarette holder, piped tell us about the social status of the landlady? Telephone conversation. What does the poet hear in the grating roar of pebbles? What does it bring to his mind from Dover Beach? What, according to the poem, was a state of faith at one time from Dover Beach? What elements comprise homage to the dead soldiers from Anthem for Doomed Youth? What is poet's attitude towards the unknown citizen? Would you prefer to be an unknown citizen or well-known citizen based on the ideas given in the poem in The Unknown Citizen? Give reasons for your answer. What is the purposed solution to human misery in the poem Dover Beach? What various things does the unknown citizen do to be considered a saint? What elements comprise a homage? Anthem from Doomed Youth. Why does the poet refer to the Sophocles and the urgency? Why does the speaker ask the landlady to see his palm and soul from telephone conversation? Why does the poet use so many colors in the poem Telephone Conversation? The poem Telephone Conversation is about racial discrimination, but can it also be read in the context of other forms of discrimination? Is discrimination limited to race? Answer any two questions in 100 to 120 words each. What are the shortcomings of school education according to Letter to a Teacher? Attempt a character sketch of the author of the letter on the basis of information given by him from Letter to a Teacher. Do you think that a judicial intervention is the only way to provide redress to aggrieved citizens and to take up matters of aggrieved citizens and to take up matters of public interest, taking the law into their hands? What is soil erosion? What is the connection between soil erosion, afforestation, and conservation of water? From The Elixir of Life. What is the author's investment in the short story, The Best Investment I Ever Made? How can mankind ensure the conservation and utilization of water? Describe the colors of water as it flows across the different kinds of soil and finally into sea. From The Elixir of Life. What are the normal investment? How is the author's investment different in The Best Investment I Ever Made? Describe the system of education as presented in Letter to a Teacher. What changes have occurred in the attitude of the judiciary over the last 20 years? Describe how water is the basis of all life. How can mankind ensure the conservation and utilization of water? Attempt a character sketch of the author of the letter on the basis of information given by him about his home, etc. What, according to you, are the reforms in the education system suggested by Letter to a Teacher? What do you think is the moral or message of the story, The Best Investment I Ever Made? What are the uses of water besides its fundamental role in sustaining life? How can water be used for modern civilization's commercial purposes? Add your views to those in Roman's essay, The Elixir of Life. The sergeant in the short story, The Best Investment, decides not to report the suicide case. Do you think his decision is right? Is it legal? Give reasons for your answer. What are the author's views on judicial activism in the chapter Taking the Law into Their Hands? What are the two kinds of students mentioned in Letter to a Teacher? What are their strengths and weaknesses? Now we proceed with section B. Write a letter to your friend telling him or her about your experiences in college campus. Write a letter to your younger brother to follow guidelines to get protection from COVID 19. Write a letter to your younger brother describing your impressions of the college life. Write a letter to your friend who, after his failure in the BA first examination, is thinking of giving up his studies. Sympathize with him and advise him not to take his failure to heart. Suppose one of your friend has met with an accident and is in the hospital. Write a cheerful letter to him. Write a letter to your friend telling him or her about the ways of living an eco-friendly life. Draft a letter to your friend requesting him to continue his studies after graduation. Draft a letter to your friend telling him or her about your visit to a hill station. Write a letter to your friend giving details of the recent youth festival in your college. Write a letter to your friend sympathizing with him on his failure in the examination. Write a letter to your friend explaining the joy of charity. Write a letter to your sibling discussing the importance of banning single-use plastic. Fifth, do as directed. Change the narration. The teacher said, "There is a test tomorrow." He said to me, "What is your name?" She said, "I can finish the work in time." "This is a delightful spot," he said. I said to my wife, "Please get me a cup of tea." The teacher said, "The moon revolves around the earth." One of the members said to the chairman, "I strongly object to this proposal." She said how pleasant the weather is. My teacher often says to me, "If you don't work hard, you will fail." He said, "Will you listen to such a man?" The teacher said, "You must finish the homework today." He said, "All is well, that ends well." Filling the blanks with suitable prepositions. The book is dash the table. I am dash the room. The train runs dash Chandigarh dash Delhi. His father deals dash clothes. The road leads to dash college. Who is knocking dash the door? He insisted dash joining me. She has not taste dash music. It gets very hot dash the afternoon. He is devoid dash sense. He's very different dash his brother. Do not cry dash spilt milk. He broke the jug dash 100 pieces. I shall do it dash pleasure. Don't loiter dash the street. The bird is dash the branch of the mango tree. I am working dash a big company. A good student will never have to wait long dash an opportunity. Fill in the blanks with suitable conjunctions. I am a student dash my sister is a teacher. Dash Rama dash Rima can play cards. The man is tired and he is working. I know dash is on his mind. Geologists tell us dash the Nile Valley is the creation of the river itself. All the land dash you can cover will be yours. I jumped up to see dash the matter was. Be just dash fear not. The purse has been lost dash stolen. He fled dash he should be killed. Grievance cannot be readdressed dash they are known. I dash my friend can dance well. He will build a home dash is reasonable. The cost of living is reasonable. I will stay here dash it starts raining. Give synonyms of the following words: happiness, mercy, cordial, astonish, quarantine, domicile, amicable, evidence, nominal, lenient, contempt, resplendent, meager, vital, and emotion. Comprehension of unseen passage. The passages will be are different for each paper, so we'll proceed ahead. Translation from Hindi Punjabi to English. 4 out of 6 sentences only idiom based. 1 month, 2 काज, जितनी चादर उतने पैर पसारे, इलाज से परहेज अच्छा। थोथा चना बाजे घना, समय बीतने के साथ सब घाव भर जाते हैं। भाग्य भी बहादुरों का साथ देता है। मरता क्या ना करता, दोस्त वही जो समय पर काम आए। चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका, समझदार को इशारा ही काफ़ी है। हर चमकती चीज़ सोना नहीं होती, प्यार और युद्ध में सब जायज़ है। सच्चाई कड़वी होती है, झूठ के पाँव नहीं होते। ये सुनी सुनाई बात है, जो चढ़ेगा सो गिरेगा। अंत भला तो हो भला, मित्र वह जो आपत्ति में काम आए। बोलने से पहले सोचो, ईमानदारी सबसे अच्छी नीति है। पहले तोलो फिर बोलो, जहाँ चाह वहाँ राह। डॉक्टर ने मेरी नब्ज देखी, मेरा सिर चुकरा रहा है। सत्य कड़वा होता है, ये आम रास्ता नहीं है। आजकल मेरा हाथ तंग है, वह बाल बाल बच गया, मेरा सिर चुकरा रहा है। वह अपनी बात का पक्का है, ये सड़क स्टेशन को जाती है। डॉक्टर ने मेरी नब्ज देखी, समय की गति तेज़ है। वीर लोग कभी हार नहीं मानते, मैं उसके जाल में फंस गया। आने में देरी ना लगाना, शांत रहो, परमात्मा के खेल निराले होते हैं। मर्दा की नहीं करदा, दोस्त ਉਹੀ ਜੋ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਕਮਾਵੇ। ਚੋਰ ਦੀ ਦਾੜੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਿਨਕਾ, ਸਮਝਦਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ਼ਾਰਾ ਹੀ ਕਾਫੀ। ਹਰ ਚਮਕਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸੋਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਮੁਹੱਬਤ ਅਤੇ ਜੰਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਭ ਜਾਇਜ਼। ਇੱਕ ਪੰਥ ਦੋ ਕਾਜ, ਆਪਣੀ ਚਾਦਰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਪੈਰ ਫੈਲਾਓ। ਇਲਾਜ ਤੋਂ ਪਰਹੇਜ਼ ਚੰਗਾ ਹੈ, ਥੋਥਾ ਚਨਾ ਬਾਜੇਗਾ ਨਾ। ਵਕਤ ਗੁਜ਼ਰਨ ਸਾਰ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਜ਼ਖਮ ਭਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਕਿਸਮਤ ਵੀ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਦਾ ਸਾਥ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੱਚਾਈ ਕੌੜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਝੂਠ ਦੇ ਪੈਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ। ਇਹ ਸੁਣੀ ਸੁਣਾਈ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਚੜੇਗਾ ਜੋ ਗਿਰੇਗਾ। ਅੰਤ ਭਲਾ ਸਭ ਭਲਾ, ਮਿੱਤਰ ਉਹ ਜੋ ਮੁਸੀਬਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੰਮ ਆਵੇ। ਬੋਲਣ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸੋਚੋ, ਇਮਾਨਦਾਰੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਚੰਗੀ ਨੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤੋਲੋ ਫਿਰ ਬੋਲੋ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਚਾਹ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਾਹ। ਡਾਕਟਰ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਨਬਜ਼ ਦੇਖੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਸਿਰ ਚਕਰਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਸੱਚ ਕੌੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਆਮ ਰਸਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਮੇਰਾ ਹੱਥ ਤੰਗ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਬਾਲ ਬਾਲ ਬਚ ਗਿਆ, ਮੇਰਾ ਸਿਰ ਚਕਰਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ ਪੱਕਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਸੜਕ ਸਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਡਾਕਟਰ ਨੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਨਬਜ਼ ਦੇਖੀ, ਸਮੇਂ ਦੀ ਗਤੀ ਤੇਜ਼ ਹੈ। ਬਹਾਦਰ ਲੋਕ ਕਦੇ ਹਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੰਨਦੇ, ਮੈਂ ਉਸਦੇ ਜਾਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ। ਆਉਣ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਰ ਨਾ ਲਗਾਉਣ, ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਖੇਡ ਨਿਰਾਲੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਸ਼ਾਂਤ ਰਹੋ। ਔਰ foreign students paragraph writing on proverb is not more than 100 words. Write a paragraph in 100 words on all that glitters is not gold. Write a paragraph in 100 words on self-confidence, on honesty is the best policy. Live and let live. Sweet are the gains of hard work. Pride hath a fall. Nothing succeeds like success. Nothing succeeds like success. Time and tide wait for none. With this, we come to the end. Do subscribe to Social Classes. Thank you.